Stop doubting, stop rushing, and stop forcing what's already yours, because the breakthrough you're waiting for isn't coming by chance, it's coming by trust. Are you ready to let go and let life unfold exactly as it should? Manifestation often feels like an uphill battle for so many people. We've been taught to believe that if we just try harder, push more, or fight relentlessly, we'll achieve what we want. But the truth is, forcing something into existence doesn't make it happen faster, nor does it guarantee success. Instead, it creates resistance. The harder you push against something, the more you block the natural flow of things. Manifestation isn't about control, it's about alignment. It's about putting yourself in a state where the very thing you desire can flow naturally into your life. When you try to force things, you operate from a mindset of lack. You're telling yourself, I don't have this, and I need to do whatever it takes to get it. That energy is counterproductive because it's rooted in fear and scarcity. What you focus on grows, and if your focus is on the absence of what you desire, you will continue to experience that absence. The act of forcing often comes from a place of desperation, and desperation is a heavy energy. It's exhausting, it's frantic, and it doesn't leave room for clarity or peace. Alignment, on the other hand, feels different. Alignment is calm, it's trusting. It's stepping into a state where you know deep down that what you're seeking is also seeking you. Think about it. Have you ever noticed how the things you chase the hardest tend to slip further away, while the things you're at ease about often seem to fall into place effortlessly? That's the power of alignment. When you align yourself with your desires, you're not trying to control every little detail of how or when they show up. Instead, you're putting yourself in a mental, emotional, and spiritual state that's ready to receive. Alignment doesn't mean you sit back and do nothing, it means you take inspired action. You move forward with faith, but you're not consumed by anxiety or doubt. You trust the process. You understand that what is meant for you will come to you in the right way and at the right time. Alignment requires you to be in tune with your thoughts and emotions. If your thoughts are constantly centered on fear or failure, you're out of alignment. If you're carrying doubt or frustration, those feelings create a block. Manifestation works best when your energy is clear, focused, and grounded in gratitude. You have to act as if you already have what you're seeking. That doesn't mean faking it or pretending, it means embodying the feelings and behaviors of someone who already has their desires fulfilled. If you're trying to manifest a new job, stop focusing on how much you hate your current one. Instead, start visualizing yourself thriving in the new role. How do you feel? What does your day-to-day life look like? Carry that energy with you now. When you align with the feeling of already having what you desire, you magnetize it toward you. It's not magic, it's a shift in your energy. You start noticing opportunities you might have missed before. You start meeting people who can help you get where you want to go. This shift also requires letting go of control. That's the hardest part for most people because we're so used to thinking that success comes from hustling harder. But the truth is, letting go doesn't mean giving up, it means surrendering the need to micromanage the process. It means trusting that the universe, God, or whatever higher power you believe in is working behind the scenes. You don't have to know all the answers right now. You just have to take the next step in faith. Think of alignment like tuning into the right frequency on a radio. If you're on the wrong station, all you hear is static. But when you fine-tune the dial and hit the right frequency, the sound is crystal clear. That's how manifestation works. You have to tune your mind, body, and spirit to the frequency of what you want. And when you do, the struggle melts away. Things start to click. Doors open. Opportunities appear. Stop trying to force things into place. You can't rush what's already destined for you. Instead, focus on becoming the person who's ready to receive it. Work on your mindset. Let go of the doubt. Take inspired action. And most importantly, trust that everything you're seeking is already seeking you. You don't need to fight for it, it's already yours. You just need to align. Belief is the foundation of everything you want to achieve, but too often, people find themselves questioning what they're capable of, doubting whether they deserve the things they're dreaming about. That's where the problem begins. If you don't believe something is already yours, you'll never move in the way that allows it to come into your life. The truth is, what's meant for you is already yours. It's not about whether it will happen, it's about whether you're ready to step into it and claim it. Think about this, the vision in your heart exists for a reason. It's not random, it's not a coincidence. That dream, that idea, that desire was placed inside you because it's tied to your purpose. It's already yours in the spiritual sense, but in order for it to manifest in your life, you have to believe it. And belief isn't passive, it's an active choice you make every single day. It's choosing to silence the doubt, to rise above the fear, and to act as if what you're waiting for is already on its way. When you truly believe something is yours, your actions start to align with that belief. You stop hesitating. You stop holding back. You start moving with purpose and confidence because you know deep down that you're not chasing something uncertain. You're simply stepping into what's already been written for you. This isn't arrogance, it's faith. It's trust. It's knowing that you don't have to beg or plead for what's meant for you because it's already been assigned to you. But here's the thing, doubt will always try to creep in. Life will throw challenges your way that make you question whether you're on the right path. You'll face setbacks, failures, and moments where it feels like nothing is working. In those moments, it's easy to start thinking, maybe this isn't for me, but that's where belief comes in. Belief isn't about what you see in front of you. It's about what you know to be true in your heart. If you plant a seed in the ground, you don't keep digging it up every day to check if it's growing. You water it, you nurture it, and you trust that something is happening beneath the surface, even if you can't see it yet. The same is true for your dreams. Just because you don't see immediate results doesn't mean progress isn't being made. Your belief is what keeps you moving forward, even when the evidence hasn't shown up yet. Belief also has the power to shift the way others perceive you. When you carry yourself as someone who knows their worth, as someone who knows their purpose, people respond to that energy. Opportunities come your way. Doors open that were once closed. It's not because you've magically changed the world around you, it's because you've changed how you show up in it. People can sense when you believe in yourself, and that belief inspires them to believe in you too. At the same time, belief requires letting go of the need to control everything. When you believe something is already yours, you don't waste time obsessing over how or when it will happen. You don't need to micromanage the process because you trust that the universe or God or whatever higher power you believe in is working on your behalf. It's like placing an order at a restaurant. You don't keep running back to the kitchen to make sure they're cooking your food. You place your order and you trust that it's being prepared. This isn't about wishful thinking or blind optimism. It's about understanding the power of your mind and your energy. When you believe something is already yours, you operate from a place of abundance instead of scarcity. You stop focusing on what you don't have and start appreciating what's already in motion. That gratitude, that faith, that trust, it creates a shift. It opens the door for the very thing you're waiting for to step into your life. The mistake most people make is thinking they have to earn what's already been promised to them. But you don't have to earn it, you just have to claim it. You don't have to convince anyone of your worth because your worth isn't up for negotiation. What's yours is yours, and nothing and no one can take it away from you. The challenge is staying rooted in that belief, even when circumstances make you question it. It's easy to believe when things are going well, but true belief shows up in the moments when everything feels uncertain. It's in those moments that you have to remind yourself that the vision inside you exists for a reason. The fact that you can see it, that you can see it, that you can feel it, is proof that it's already yours. Your only job is to prepare yourself to receive it. Work on your mindset. Strengthen your faith. Keep showing up. Keep moving forward and trust that what's meant for you is already finding its way to you. When you believe in what's already yours, you don't have to chase it. It will come to you. That's the power of belief. Faith is often spoken of as a deeply personal spiritual concept, but it's more than just a feeling or a belief. Faith at its core requires action. It's not enough to simply believe that something will happen. You must be willing to step forward and act in alignment with that belief. Faith without action is like planting seeds in a garden and then walking away expecting them to grow without watering them, without tending to the soil, without removing the weeds. Faith is not passive. It demands that you show up, take risks, and put in the work, even when the outcome isn't guaranteed. When you say you have faith, it's a declaration that you trust in something greater than yourself. But trust is not a standstill. Trust means moving forward even when the path is unclear. It's choosing to act even when doubt whispers in your ear. Too often, people mistake faith for wishful thinking. They believe that if they hope hard enough, if they pray long enough, things will miraculously fall into place. But the truth is, faith is not a substitute for effort, it's the fuel behind it. It's what gives you the strength to keep going when logic says you should stop, when fear tells you to turn around, and when the world says it's impossible. Action is what transforms faith from a concept into a reality. It's easy to believe in something when the road is smooth, but what do you do when challenges arise? True faith shows itself in the moments when the odds are stacked against you. It's in the way you keep pushing, keep striving, and keep trusting that the steps you take will lead you where you need to go. That trust is not a passive waiting game. It's a call to get up and take bold, deliberate steps, knowing that each action, no matter how small, is moving you closer to the promise you're holding on to. Faith requires stepping outside of your comfort zone. It's easy to stay where things are familiar, where the risks are low, and where you feel safe. But nothing grows in comfort. Growth happens when you stretch yourself, when you dare to step into the unknown, when you take action without a guarantee of success. That's where faith becomes real, when you take a step forward, even though you can't see the entire staircase. You may not know exactly how things will work out, but faith tells you that they will, and action proves that you're ready to meet the opportunity when it comes. Some people hesitate to act because they're waiting for the perfect moment. They think faith means sitting still until the stars align, until the conditions are ideal, or until they feel completely ready. But the truth is, there's no such thing as a perfect moment. Waiting for everything to fall into place before you act is not faith, it's fear disguised as patience. Faith means stepping out even when the circumstances are less than perfect, even when the timing feels inconvenient, even when the resources are scarce. It's trusting that as you take action, the way will become clearer, the resources will appear, and the right doors will open. Faith-driven action also requires persistence. There will be times when you take a step forward and it feels like nothing changes. You'll pour your energy into something, and the results may not come immediately. That's when faith becomes your anchor. It reminds you that progress isn't always visible, and that every step, no matter how small, is building towards something greater. Persistence is a reflection of your faith, your willingness to keep showing up, to keep trying, and to keep believing that the seeds you've planted will eventually bear fruit. It's important to remember that action guided by faith is not reckless or impulsive. It's intentional. It's rooted in purpose and clarity. Faith isn't about rushing into something blindly. It's about moving forward with confidence, knowing that you're being guided by something bigger than yourself. Each action you take is a testament to your trust in that guidance. It's an expression of your belief that what's meant for you will come, but only if you're willing to meet it halfway. There's a powerful connection between faith and work. They go hand in hand. Faith gives you the vision, but action makes it a reality. You can believe in your potential all you want, but until you act on it, that potential remains untapped. You can trust that opportunities will come your way, but until you position yourself to seize them, they'll pass you by. Faith without action is like standing at the edge of a river, believing you can cross it, but never taking the first step into the water. The current won't carry you unless you're willing to move. Faith demands that you do your part. It's not just about hoping or waiting, it's about preparing, working, and showing up every day with the conviction that your efforts matter. When you act on faith, you're not just believing in what's possible, you're making it possible. Faith without action is a dream, but faith with action is power. It's the bridge that connects where you are to where you're meant to be. Trusting the process means letting go of the constant need for control and understanding that life unfolds in its own time and way. It's about believing that the work you're putting in, the steps you're taking, and the sacrifices you're making are all part of a greater plan, even when the results aren't immediately visible. It's easy to trust when things are going your way, but the real test comes when the road gets rough, the path feels uncertain, and progress seems slow. That's when you're called to lean into patience, to embrace the unknown, and to keep moving forward with faith. In a world that often demands instant results, trusting the process can feel counterintuitive. We're conditioned to want everything now: the success, the recognition, the rewards. But life doesn't work like that. Growth takes time. Mastery takes time. Healing takes time. Just like you can't rush a seed to grow into a tree overnight, you can't rush the process of becoming who you're meant to be. Every stage of the journey has its purpose, and every delay, every detour, every setback is teaching you something. It's shaping you, preparing you, and molding you for what's ahead. The process is not the enemy, it's the teacher. When you trust the process, you allow yourself to focus on what you can control instead of obsessing over the things you can't. You stop wasting energy worrying about outcomes and start directing that energy toward effort. You might not be able to control when the opportunity comes, but you can control how prepared you are for it. You might not be able to control how quickly the results show up, but you can control the consistency of your work. Trusting the process isn't about being passive. It's about being active in the right ways. It's about understanding that progress is made step by step, moment by moment, and that even small efforts add up over time. There will be moments when you feel like giving up, when doubt creeps in, and when you question whether the effort is even worth it. That's when trusting the process matters most. It's easy to trust when things are going smoothly, but true trust is built in the valleys, not the peaks. It's in those moments of frustration, when the results feel distant and the road feels long, that you're given the opportunity to strengthen your faith. Trust isn't just about believing in the destination, it's about believing in the journey, no matter how unpredictable it may be. The process isn't just about getting to where you want to go, it's about who you become along the way. It's about the lessons you learn, the resilience you build, and the character you develop. The challenges you face are not obstacles, they're stepping stones. The delays you experience are not denials, they're detours meant to guide you towards something even greater. Every time you persevere through difficulty, every time you keep going despite uncertainty, you're proving to yourself that you're capable of more than you thought. You're building a foundation of strength, courage, and determination that will serve you for the rest of your life. Trusting the process also means releasing the need for perfection. Too often, people hesitate to take action because they're waiting for the perfect moment, the perfect plan, or the perfect conditions. But perfection is an illusion, and waiting for it will only hold you back. The process is messy, it's full of trial and error, false starts, and mistakes. But those mistakes are not failures, they're feedback. They're opportunities to learn, to grow, and to refine your approach. Trusting the process means embracing imperfection and understanding that progress is not linear. There will be ups and downs, leaps forward and steps backward, but each one is part of the journey. Patience is a key part of trusting the process. In a society that celebrates speed and instant gratification, patience can feel like a weakness. But patience is a strength. It's a quiet confidence that what's meant for you will come in its time. Patience allows you to stay grounded, to stay focused, and to keep going even when the results are slow to appear. It reminds you that good things take time, and that rushing the process often leads to missed opportunities and half-baked results. When you're patient, you give yourself the space to grow, the time to learn, and the freedom to evolve. Trusting the process also requires gratitude. When you focus only on what you're trying to achieve, it's easy to lose sight of what you've already accomplished. Gratitude shifts your perspective. It allows you to see the progress you've made, the obstacles you've overcome, and the strength you've gained. It reminds you that every step of the journey, no matter how small, is worth celebrating. Gratitude doesn't mean settling for less or giving up on your goals. It means appreciating where you are while continuing to work toward where you want to be. Trusting the process is an act of surrender. It's a willingness to let go of the need to have all the answers, to control every outcome, and to know every step of the way. It's about believing that there's a purpose behind every challenge, a lesson in every struggle, and a blessing in every delay. It's about showing up every day, doing your best, and trusting that everything is unfolding exactly as it should. When you trust the process, you free yourself from the burden of doubt and open yourself to the possibility of growth, transformation, and success.